what's going on, guys? It is Asterix here, and welcome back to another video. I have some CSGO playing for you guys in the background today. But anyways, today I want to talk about something crazy. And this is the time I got pulled out of a building by the Secret Service or the government agency or whatever you want to call them. And I was pulled out for something a little ridiculous. I don't really think I should have been pulled out because of it. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the story real fast though. I want to say I apologize for the lack of uploads recently. I have had a lot of schoolwork and just things going on. So I just wanted to apologize about that. But real fast, make sure you smash that like button and that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the story. So yeah, guys, so today I'm basically just going to get into this story. So it was our 5th grade trip. Most of you guys probably have these, I assume. I think most, maybe every 5th grade has them, but it was our 5th grade end of the year trip to DC. And if you guys don't live in America and you're stupid, then DC is the capital of the United States. And it's basically just a really crappy place where a bunch of illegal people and immigrants hang out. And we were sitting there in our bus, and we were picking groups because the entire 5th grade was going. And I lived in a really popular area. I moved since then though, but we had a huge school, a lot of people. So we were getting into groups with our friends, with chaperones. My mom was actually chaperoning on the trip, I believe. Yeah, she was. And we got into our groups and we were writing down on like a list where we were going to be at what times, because the teachers, they want to know where we are to make sure we're not like going anywhere they don't want us to, because they want us staying at like all the museums and not really any fun places, because it's supposed to be like an educational end of the year review trip for social studies, kind of, in a way, if you guys know what I mean. But so we picked our groups. I think the first place we went was some crappy museum. No, I think we went to the Natural History Museum first, which is like the nicest museum out of all of them. It's like the world's biggest diamond or something like that in it and all that. But I remember we actually only stayed there for a little and we came back later. And we got pulled with this really retarded, like not being offensive, like the kid, he was actually retarded, and we were put with him. And I think we were like following them around, since they he's an only child, so he had time to burn, man. So he was really familiar with DC because he used to always go there with his mom. So I swear we spent like 90% of the trip in the botanical gardens. And at one point, one of my friends was like, "This is the most boring thing ever. Let's go do something more boring for the time, just to pass it." Because it was real hot and humid in there. And I remember my pants, I was sweating so badly. I had like long pants on because it was a cold day and it was so humid in there. So that just sucked so badly. But we left there and we went to the National Records Museum. I don't think it's a museum. It's called like the National Records Building or something in the lines of that. But we went there and we walked in at first and we saw the Constitution of the United States and all that. It was all faded and crap. It wasn't very exciting to see. But, I mean, it was a cool thing, though. But it was all faded and couldn't read it. All I could see was "We the People," because that's really all I know, to be honest. But, which is kind of funny, since like 3 days ago I had to read the entire Constitution in my class. So, that just proves that I really got to study for school, because I'm really, really bad at memorizing school things, but I can memorize basically everything else in my life. So yeah, that's kind of funny. But we walked in, and there was really no security at first. You just walked through a metal detector at the beginning, and that was fine. That was no big deal. And our group split up. Half of us went to see like the electronic versions of like the Indian Treaty of Rainbows, or I have no clue what it was called. Like recreational use and all. It was so stupid, guys. That's how you know I don't. That's how you know I don't care, because I'm actually pretty good with memory. Besides school, as I already stated, and I could care less about those documents, but I did like the other ones. But anyways, we were in there, and of course I got put with the crappy electronic edition group, or whatever it was called, instead of being able to see like the Constitution for another hour and try to make out what it said and stuff like that. So I was put in that group. We walked over, and we actually had to walk out of the building. I think we had to walk out of the building and across the street, because the buildings are only connected like underground, and we didn't want to walk like the whole underground channel, because it was probably really long or something. I don't know. Again, I could have cared less about that trip. But we walked across the street, and we walked in the building. And again, like I said earlier, it was freezing outside, but it was really hot inside those botanical gardens. So when you walk outside, it's like going from a hot tub to a cold pool. And it was so freezing out there. Because I was still hot from the botanical gardens, believe it or not. So that's how humid it was. So we walk out, and I have my hands in my pockets, my hood up. I just look like the most shady guy in the world. My hands are in my pockets like I'm concealing something. My hood's up, so I look like freaking Snoop Dogg. Oh, Golden Knight, sweet. So we were just, and I think most of us had it like that. But oh, dang. But when we got inside, it got real warm again. It got, because the the heater was on, so it got real nice and warm again. Yeah. So it was real nice and warm, and so I'm kind of always cold. I don't know why. I always think my house was like 2 degrees, but my entire family is always warm. Things like that. But I could care less, you know. But so we walk inside. I don't take my hood off. I still have my hands in my pockets, and I'm like walking like real stiff, like I'm not bending my knees. I'm walking real stiff because I'm still so cold. I don't know why. My screen just had to freeze up, but I'm so cold. And I'm walking real stiff, and the metal detectors are right there. And I don't know why, but they'd have swarming security guards in the area. And I don't know what the purpose of that was, but I guess they just had to have them. And I walked through the metal detector, and immediately some security guard pulls me to the side. And three of them surround me up against the wall. One of them pulls my hood off, and the other one grabs my hands. And he's like, "What's in your pockets?" I'm like, I'm just in shock. I'm like, what the heck is happening? My mom is flipping out. She's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing, my son? What are you doing?" Just being my awesome mom. Gotta be so protective. But it wasn't really that bad. I end up just taking my hands out of my pockets, and they have to give me like a pat down, and they just have to like keep an eye on me while I'm in the museum. But that was just a horrible experience. I can't make it sound as dramatic as it was. It was really ridiculous. But anyways, guys, that's probably the hottest and most humid place I've ever been, and one of the most scary, not nearly the most scariest experience, but one of the most scariest experiences I've ever had. So again, make sure you smash that like button if you want to see more videos just like this one. Sorry CSGO had to freeze up at the end. And hit that subscribe button for 50 subs. I'm posting a video of me taking a shot of vinegar. Oh god. It burned my chest and I almost like jumped out of a window and stuff. So let's hit 50 subs, smash that subscribe button, leave a comment on whether I should do a scary story, an action-packed story, any kind of story next, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.